Welcome learners. In these short videos, we will see the method of Gaussian elimination. Gaussian elimination. Now this is a method to solve the system of equations. Okay. Now for that, first we will divide this series in say 4-5 videos, wherein we will first see what is the linear equation. We will see what is the system of linear equation. What do you mean by the solution of the system, right? And then we will go for the Gaussian elimination. And for this, we have already seen the row echelon form or some row operations, elementary row operations. Okay, so let's go first and see what is the linear equation. Now recall, in say analytical geometry, say in xy plane, we have suppose we have x-axis and y-axis, something like this. Then if we have 2 points, say x1 y1 x2 y2, we can always have a straight line which passes through these 2 points, right? And this line has a equation. It's the equation of a straight line. Okay, and that equation we give it as, in general, we write ax plus by is equals to c. Okay, the equation of this form is nothing but the linear equation. We say that this is a linear equation in two variables x and y. Okay, there are different ways to get these equations, right? There's something called as slope point form, maybe slope intercept form, or maybe 2-point form, right? And in that case we get the system of this linear equation. Similarly, we can go for the say three-dimensional things, and then we get the equation of a plane. In that case we have something like ax plus by plus cz equals to d, where this a, b, c, d all are real numbers. Those are constants, right? And these are the points on this plane. So in general, a system of equation, the linear equation in n variables can be written as, let me put up here, a linear equation in n variables. Let us write those variables to be n variables. We cannot use all alphabets. Suppose we have say 30 variables. In that case we cannot write a, b, c, d, something like that, right? So let us write x1 x2 up to xn. So x1 x2 up to xn. So n can be anything, n can be 1000, but still we have these variables, right? Has the form some constants are there. So again, for n constants, let us take some constants like a1, a2 and so on. Okay, so a1 x1 plus a2 x2 up to, we have an xn is equals to some constant number b can be 0. Now these coefficients a1, a2 up to an and also b are all the constant terms, where a1, a2 up to an also b are constants, real constants. This is the linear equation. Okay, now for example, if we take an example, say example, we have 2x plus 3y equals to say 5. Okay, so in this case 2, 3, 5 all are constants, x and y are the variables. So this is a linear equation in x and y. Now what do you mean by the solution of a linear equation? Suppose we have a linear equation in n variables, say like this. What do you mean by solution of this linear equation? So now the solution of this linear equation means those values of these unknowns, when you substitute in this equation, we will get the identity, that is those values of x which will satisfy this equation. For example, we have this linear equation in x and y. The solution of this linear equation means that value of x and y, when we substitute in this equation, we will get that is equals to 5. For example, if we take, say, x is equals to 2, and y is equals to 3. Is this the solution of this equation? Let's verify. Put x equals to 2, y equals to 3. So it will be 2 into 2, 4, plus 3 into 3, 9, 4 plus 9, which is 13, which is not equals to 5. So this cannot be the solution of this equation. Okay. So the solution, by means of solution, we are finding that values of unknown variables. When you substitute in the equation, you will get the that will satisfy the given equation. Now, as an example, here the solution of this will be one of the solution of this will be like put x equals to 1 and y is equals to 2. So in that case, we will have 2 into 1 is 2 plus no, not 2, y equals to 1 again, plus 3 into 1 again 3, 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. So for this equation, for this linear equation, we have this as one of the solution. Okay. Again, you may have some other solutions. For example, you may take x equals to 4. You can take 4 into 2 is 8, and you can take y is equals to minus 1. Okay. So x into 2. So 2 into 4 is 8, plus 3 into minus 1 minus 3. 8 minus 3, 5. So again, this is a solution. This is a solution. Likewise, you may have many other solutions. Okay. And when you have the set of all the solutions of this equation, we say that the solution, this equation is solved. Okay, we say that this equation is solved. Right. So now, how to get the different solutions of this? One way, usual method to get the parameterization. Okay, for example, from this equation, for this equation 2x plus 3y is equals to 5, what we do is we write the values of x, right? Now in this case, what we have is 2x is equals to 5 minus 3y. Okay, now if we put y is equals to 1, we will get the particular value of x. If you put y is equals to 2, we will get some x. So put or set y is equals to t. So if you set y is equals to t, we will get x is equals to 5 minus 3, y is t, so 3t, and then this 2 will come down, so 5 minus 3t upon 2. So in that case, we will have infinitely many solutions. And in fact, this will represent a straight line in 2 dimensions, right? So it will have infinitely many solutions. Okay, so what is t? T belongs to a real number. T can be anything. If t is equals to 0, then this becomes 0, x equals to 0, right? T is equals to 0, so this becomes 5 by 2. So when you put x equals to 5 by 2, y is equals to 0, still the equation will be satisfied. Okay, that is the solution. So we'll use parameterization also in some cases. Okay, for example, if you take a plane, let me take a particular example now. If you take up a plane, say the equation, linear equation, say 3x plus 2y minus z equals to 3, and suppose we need to find the solution of this. Okay, one of the solution is put z equals to 0, y equals to 0, x equals to 1, so we'll get 3. So that is one of the solution. Okay, but in this case, we can write one variable in terms of two other variables. So to write the solution of this, let us write it. Solution. Choose. You can take any two variables as the free variables. So let us choose y and z to be free variables. So if we choose this y and z as free variables, then we can write x. This implies, let us write x. So in that case, we have 3x is equals to 3 minus 2y plus z, and this implies x is equals to 3 upon 3 is 1 minus 2 by 3 y plus 1 by 3 z. Okay, so let us take y is equals to some real number s because it's a free, and let us take z to be t. So let us take to be this, then this implies x will be 1 minus 2 upon 3 y is equals to s, so 2 upon 3 s plus 1 by 3 z. So x is equals to s, z equals to t, and sorry, y equals to s, z equals to t, and x equals to this is your parameterization, and this will be the solution. For example, if you put say s equals to 0, t equals to 0. So if you put s is equals to 0, t is equals to 0 here, this will be 0, this will be 0, 0, 0, 1. So x equals to 1. So one of the solution of that will be x equals to 1, y equals to 0, and z equals to 0. Again, you can verify, you can put some value of s and t, you will get the value of x. You substitute back in this equation, you will get equals to 3. Okay, so this is one equation, linear equation. So likewise, suppose we have say two equations, right? Simultaneously, if we need to find the values of x and y which will satisfy two equation, then we will have a system. Okay, so let us write the system of equations, the general form. System of linear equations. Okay, so you may have some m equations, you may have some n unknowns. I mean, you may have 3 equations, 2 unknowns, you may have 5 equations, 10 unknowns. So in general, you have m and n. Okay, so a system of m linear equations, in n unknowns or n variables is a set of m equations. System of m linear equation, that means m equations, each of which it's a linear system, so each equation is linear, each of which is linear in same n variables. Again, the variable should be same. Okay, so if you want to write it in a mathematical way, let us write it. We will have, say, let us take variables to be x1, x2 up to xn. So, and the coefficients. So for that, writing all those equations, let us use the suffices. So let us take a11 x1 plus a12 x2 plus, likewise you will have a1n xn is equals to say b1. This is our first equation. Okay, similarly, to write second equation, let us change the index, say a21 x1 plus a22 x2 plus a2n xn is equals to b2. This is our second equation. And likewise, we'll have our m equation because we said system of m equations. So a m1 x1 plus a m2 x2 plus, likewise we'll have a m n xn is equals to bn. Okay, where all these aij's are constants, b is also constant, and these are variables. So if you see 1, 2, 3 up to m, right? So we have m equations, and x1, x2 up to xn. We have n variables, and by the means of solution, we need to find that values of x1, x2 up to xn. When you substitute in this system, we'll get the b1 up to bm. It will satisfy this system. Okay, for example, you might have studied in your 10th or 12th standard, or maybe high school level. We have example. We have say 3x1 plus 2x2 is equals to 3, and second equation say minus x1 plus say x2 is equals to 4. To solve this means we need to find that value of x1 x2 that will satisfy this equation, also this equation. And if you remember, you use the elimination method or substitution method, okay, in your 10th standard. Okay, so now you can try to get this. You can go for the elimination method. You can try to get the value of x1 and x2. Okay, but let me come back here. Let me come back here. Now, if you see this, the same equation, the system of equations, you can write this in the matrix form. We already seen how to multiply, how to add matrices, right? So here we can write this in the matrix form. How? There is something called as coefficient matrix, the matrix for the unknowns, and then the matrix for this BIs. So let me write this in matrix form. We can write this as one matrix, say A11, A12. Let me explain this again afterwards. A1n, A21, A22, A2n, AM1, AM2, AMN. Okay, this is a matrix. Let me take another matrix here, which is unknown variables, say x1, x2 up to xn. And on right hand side, let us take this to be this BIs, say B1, B2 up to Bm. Now when you multiply this, as we know how to multiply two matrices, we multiply this A11 with x1. So when you multiply the first row with this column, only one column is there. So we'll have A11 x1 plus A12 x2 plus A1n xn. That is precisely we have here. That will be equals to the first entry on our right hand side, that is B1, right? And this we can write in the form as Ax is equals to B, where this A is called the coefficient matrix of the system. B, this X is this matrix, and B is this matrix, column matrices. Okay, so given a system of equations, we can write them in the matrix form. Okay, now in the next video we will see what do you mean by the solution of this system of equations. How many cases we have? You may have a unique solution. Can you have two solutions for the system? Can you have 100 solutions for the system, or can you have no solutions? Okay, that we will analyze, and we will see some operations which will not change the solution set. Okay, so that we will do in the next video. So stay tuned and stay safe.